Scott Moore, Matt Wedd, back here at Politicon 2019, and we have a couple guests here that also run a podcast.
That's correct.
And what's the name of the podcast?
It is Good Morning Liberty.
Good Morning Liberty. I like that.
Yeah.
Here's the most interesting thing about them so far. They're giving away a handgun at the show.
We are.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
We are. We're giving away a Ruger LCP 380 to anyone that signs up. We're going to pick one random person and give it to them later in the week.
Random Scott Moore fact. First handgun I ever had was the new SR9 by Ruger. You could build a house with this thing. It's so rugged, right?
Yeah.
But as some guy that has fat hands, I put that son of a gun, which is me, the slide pinched a cut in the web of between my thumb and my index finger so bad.
Oh, I've done that too.
I cried.
So painful.
I cried.
Man,
it was awful.
I've never had. I've got an LC9, and maybe not quite as sturdy as yours is, but I've never had an issue with it. I have not pinched my hand like that before, so I've been lucky. The
only problem I had with the LC9, I love the compatibility of it. It's just, bam, it's just so small, compact. When I was in the market, it didn't have a front sight on it.
Okay.
It was a flat, and I think people are now adding the little ghost, what do you call it, ghost sights?
Mine has a sight on the front.
Yeah, okay.
So, I guess it was already on.
You got the new version.
I guess so.
Just so everybody knows, there is no, Politicon convention loophole. By the way,
so that's not the only way.
I don't want to.
It's not like that gun show trade show loophole we got, right?
Exactly. This is by the book, right?
Exactly.
So I'm assuming you guys are gun rights activists in some regard, right? Supporters of gun rights.
We definitely are.
They're the opposite. They're giving it away as a social experiment.
We're trying to prove that it's a bad idea.
When does the shooting start? Let's see what happens.
Actually, to tell you, you were gone as soon as you left. A guy walked up to me. And he said, let me ask you this. If someone wins this gun and next week they go and they kill someone, how are you going to feel okay about that? Are you going to feel responsible?
My God.
For that? Literally.
Well, and you actually thought I was with him, I think, because I was standing back there waiting to talk. And I guess he thought I was security for the guy, which would be pretty cheap security.
Oh, yeah, you were there.
Still.
So
Frank, I'm not scared of you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I told him that personally I would feel terrible.
Yeah,
I would feel terrible, but I'm not responsible for other people's decisions.
Wow. I completely agree with you on that.
Yeah. We wouldn't be able to give away or sell anything, honestly.
Yeah.
You could use anything as a weapon.
If you're giving away a paper clip and some guy puts it in their mouth and he chokes to death on a paper clip, same thing. I feel terrible for the family.
That guy asked
why his dumbass would put it in his mouth.
Look at all these people giving away candy.
I know. He asked about our Laffy Taffy too. The same guy. The same guy said, "What will you do if someone walks away and chokes?"
He was
on
over
the Laffy Taffy.
He was over here doing the same thing.
Will you feel responsible?
Yeah.
And I said, absolutely not. It's their fault they can't chew and walk at the same time.
Question he asked everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Every table.
That's his fault.
And that'd get really boring after a while.
So what's the goal of giving away a gun at Politicon? Because you got to spark some conversation with that, I think.
Oh man! First of all, we're capitalist, and we want to reach people.
What a novel idea!
So the best way to get contact information, right, is to give away something worth giving your email up for.
Yeah,
and your address and your phone number.
Scott's trying to give away his phone number. Scott's trying to give away his phone number to every female here.
Yeah,
and they are not taking the bait. I got to
tell you. That's so weird. I wonder why.
Imagine that.
It's not the fat hand problem.
I'm married. They see the ring.
Yeah, that's what it is. Totally.
Yeah.
It also helps with starting up conversations. Obviously, with that guy. I don't know if he was happy with my response or not, but at least he came over and talked to us, and maybe I could have told him about the glories of the free market at the same time, but he was in a hurry. But we just want people to come over and talk to us and maybe stir up a little bit of trouble. We'll see. Maybe make some people upset, but
We actually were curious if they were even, because we stuffed up bags too, so we were curious if they would even put that flyer in the bag, but turns out they did. So
the grab bags here at the thing, they put the free gun flyer in there, which
that's cool.
I didn't know if they would do.
That's refreshing to know that Politicon would do that,
because we're not allowed to bring jewels in here, by the way.
Jewels,
like vapes.
The vape. Like the little jewel
what
pen.
the cool kids call it.
Little known fact that vaping's been found and known to cause cervical cancer in men.
It's been known to cause what?
This is breaking news.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Right here at Politicon.
Man, I would love to hear your jokes if I had some headphones on. That'd be great.
Here on the rich side of the political
exactly.
spectrum.
The folks that can afford the headphones.
Right.
It's crazy. One of the folks that we had on our show before, who was from Brazil, right? And she is Julia Song on Twitter, by the way. She's been on, and we've had someone on from Venezuela, and she's completely pro 2A. The other girl is actually anti 2A, which I still can't figure out. Carla is anti 2A and also anti socialism in Venezuela. But one of the things that Julia says constantly on Twitter is you just can't give away rights. You just can't stop because you're scared or afraid that something bad is going to happen. It's the same kind of question this guy just asked you. Hey, because you might be scared that some stupid person might actually get this gun and use it in a way that you're not intending for them to use it, let's take it away. Let's take everybody's chance away from winning it, buying it, whatever you want. That's the problem I've got with things today, right? Yeah. We got to take risks. We got to be afraid. We can't be afraid to fail. We can't be afraid to lose. We can't be afraid to in some cases die, right? I mean, not that I'm condoning that.
Dying. Yeah. This one guy says dump Trump over here.
Yeah.
With the guy with the cane. I'm pretty sure he's not going to have to worry about Trump being elected.
I actually think I don't know what you guys' thoughts on Snowden is, but I actually think he put it in a brilliant way when it comes to privacy. When people say, "Oh, if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to worry about with the government stealing your information,"
that's not true. First of all,
right? That's not true. And he put it in a way that's like saying freedom of speech doesn't matter because you have nothing to say.
Right.
So it's the same thing with the Second Amendment. It's like, you shouldn't have guns because they kill people. It's the same type of principles. Like, well, you have to protect that right because of the implications of what could happen, and we shouldn't get rid of that right just because some people are afraid.
Absolutely. So what do you guys think about Beto and his stance now? He's really killing it out there.
First off, what a genius, right?
He is.
Yeah.
And he, what I can't figure out is the guy has to have less than 10 people supporting him, from what I can tell. I mean, he barely shows up. I don't know how he's in the debates, but this whole "we're going to take your guns" thing, and then he kind of backpedaled on it a little bit, and now he's like, "Oh, we're going to do it nicely. We're not, we're not going to do it, but we're going to make it illegal, and the cops can do it." I mean, he's still for gun confiscation, and I think that's really, really hurt him in a way that a lot of people on the left did not think would hurt him. Really, you would think they're very anti-gun; they don't like the AR-15s, and he's obviously not garnered a lot of new support by being someone who's going to take AR-15s.
No.
So just not happening for him.
I can tell you that, unfortunately, I lost my whole entire gun safe. I brought it on a deep-sea fishing trip, and we hit a big wave. It fell down to the bottom. It fell down to the bottom of the ocean. We sent a dive team down, couldn't find them, which is very unfortunate.
So he used to have guns, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he used to have AR-15s and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But I say this a lot. I've even said this on our own podcast. Is I actually have a line in the sand, and I've told my family this. If they ever do come for guns, I'm going down in a firefight.
Yeah,
I'm serious because I would rather rather go down in a firefight than end up in a prison camp, because that's what comes after guns are gone.
Yeah, absolutely. So back to the podcast. You're based out of Nashville, right?
Yep.
Based out of Nashville. Who would be watching, or who's a good candidate to hit subscribe on your podcast?
Well, they are people who are interested in how the free market can solve a lot of these problems that everyone's talking about. We run a website called BernieLies.com.
Okay.
And so our goal on that website is to pinpoint all the things that Bernie's throwing out as solutions for all of our problems, which we can agree a lot of them are actual problems. Healthcare is too expensive. There's corruption in government. All these things are problems. But what we want to do we want to be the people who are offering solutions to those that don't involve more government. We want to pinpoint as many things as we can in the free market, the regulations we can take away, laws we can take away that could actually decrease the price of healthcare. Could help with a lot of these situations. So it's anyone who's interested in how we can solve these problems, but not with having a massive, overreaching, tyrannical government.
So what's the format? Do you guys have, or is it just you two? Do you have guests on? How does it normally work?
We will sometimes. We'll have guests on, if people are interested. It's mainly just the two of us. We do an hour to an hour and a half every day.
Okay.
For it.
Every day?
Wow.
5 days a week.
Yep.
Are you like neighbors, roommates? I mean, what is this?
We live like 15 minutes away from each other, something like that. So
I don't know if Matt likes me enough to do it every day.
I found that out at this convention. I'm ready to be home.
we run a healthcare software company together out of Charlie's place.
Okay. Out of my house.
We work together every day from home.
I got you.
And so it allows us to be able to do everything we do.
And you're entrepreneurs, which is correct. We just had, it's a very good transition. I don't know if these will be put together when we edit, but we just had a student on from Louisville who he's a Bernie supporter, and one of his big issues is a living wage, and so he wanted to talk about that. And part of what Scott and I was saying is it became apparent to us that this guy just had not
it's not an insult.
Yeah, it's not.
He's just not lived enough.
He's not lived enough life to understand what that means. That some people, there are some people that legitimately need help and that need, folks there to help them rise out of poverty themselves, right? But there are some people that no matter how much money you give them and no matter how much opportunity you provide them, they're just not going to take advantage of it. And the other thing I said to him is, he said, it's not fair that someone should be able to work, someone should work for 40 hours and still need to take a second job or a third job. And I said, you're making the argument right now. Yeah. You're making the argument right now for capitalism, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to take money away from somebody. Think about what they've worked. You guys started a business.
That's right.
How often have you worked 40 hours a week?
Never.
Ever work 40 hours a week.
What we said. And if 40 hours a day.
Exactly. If there wasn't such a thing as profit in capitalism, you would have no reason to do that.
Right. Well, that was the second point we never. I said, listen, since I've been out of college, it's been 20 years now. This is around 20 years that I graduated and had a degree. I have only worked more hours in a week. I have never worked less hours in a week, and it's never been less than 50 hours.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, from what it sounds like, and we run into this a lot, is like all they're doing is just echoing the ideological talking points of guys like Bernie Sanders or Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC.
Right.
They actually don't even understand the economic implications. They don't even understand economics to begin with, because it doesn't matter what you make the minimum wage. The real minimum wage will always be zero.
Exactly.
It's always zero.
Yes.
It's a minimum wage for a reason.
Because labor is a commodity.
Yeah.
And in a free market, if you raise the minimum wage, what happens is either companies reduce hours, raise prices, or they don't give people jobs.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
So if I can't afford somebody at $15 an hour, I'm just not going to hire them.
Yeah, we told them that. I said, you need to look at Seattle. Like, how many places went out of business because they can't afford to hire employees?
Right.
Or McDonald's, who starts putting computers in there instead of people. I mean, that's going to happen. Companies will find a way around these things.
Self-checkout line.
Right.
The actual way to fix this problem is to find ways to make yourself more valuable to those companies.
And we said it.
That's the
I said that was me. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Give me a break.
We can rewind. I said it. You did.
I said those minimum wage jobs are there for a reason. They're for experience, and they're not there for people to make a life.
Yeah.
Right? They're there to create opportunity for someone to work during high school, to work during college, to learn business skills, and then to go out and go work for a bigger company, go start your own company, do something else, right?
I started at McDonald's.
There you go.
Well, actually, I started working when I was like 14, mowing the neighbor's
yard.
Can
I get fries with that, by the way?
Right.
Mowed yards.
And I grew up in a trailer, a single mom of 3 boys, and I'm 6'8", by the way. My brothers are all the same size.
You are a tall guy.
We grew up in a small trailer then.
Yes.
No matter how big the trailer is.
You're definitely taller of the two if people don't know that to listen. Yeah.
but I also have big hands too. But we huge. But no, I grew up in a trailer, and then when I turned 16, I started out at McDonald's, and I became a manager when I was in high school at 17 because I cared about learning every part about it that I could. And when they needed a manager to join the team, I was the next in line because I knew the front of the house, the back of the house. I knew how to count the money. I knew how to do all those things. And so at 17 years old, I'm making $12 an hour because I started out at $5.15. That's what minimum wage is there. But then I got bumped up as a 17-year-old to $12 an hour because it gave me more responsibility because I was willing to learn. All because my grandpa told me when a very, very young age, he's like, I don't care if you're a dishwasher. Be the best dishwasher there ever was.
What a concept.
Yes. So it doesn't matter what job you take. Take pride in that. And, I go through the drive-thru nowadays, which you guys probably can't tell because I'm in great shape. But I go to the drive.
Me too, dude.
I go to the drive-thru every now and then, and I'm just like, I have pride in the fact that I was really, really good at the drive-thru.
Yeah.
And so I see these kids that just don't give a shit about.
How do you teach the non-entitlement mentality?
I don't know.
How do we fight that? Because there's such an entitlement mentality. I deserve the phone and the car and the house and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, we didn't just get that.
Dude,
I got that handed to us.
I got my ass beat in by my family.
Yeah.
I didn't have a bad upbringing, but I had a strict upbringing.
Right.
We appreciated what we had, and there was none of this entitlement stuff. I was in a restaurant when someone was acting entitled like that, and I was embarrassed for everyone around this person.
Right. Yeah.
Because I didn't know how to react to it. It's like, where's this guy? Is he from Neptune? I mean, who acts like that?
Probably California.
Like I would
California, yes.
I would be dead if I did something like that.
Kidding, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
Absolutely agree. So the podcast, you are a daily podcast. You're covering issues of capitalism, essentially. Right. If there are potential guests that would like to be on your show, how are they going to get in touch with you?
Well, they can go to, first off, they can email myself or Charlie. It's Nate or Charlie at goodmorningliberty.us. If you want to go to the website, you can just go to gmlconnect.com.
Okay.
And that will give you a link to all of our social media, all of everything. But I guess I could give you my phone number on air right now.
Do it.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to. Sorry. But yeah, we love having guests on. We love talking to people about these issues, even if it's like a Bernie supporter or something like that.
Yep.
We want to talk through this stuff and figure out a way that we can find some common ground on something. Maybe it's criminal justice reform. Maybe it's the wars. Maybe it's something like that. Let's find what we can work together on and fix that, and then once we get those things out of the way, we can work on the other stuff too. But we all do need to focus more on things that we agree on, I think, and work together on those.
Well, what I've learned so far at Politicon is next time I'm dressing up.
Yeah, there you go.
These guys are in suits.
They are wearing suits, but no ties. That's a cool look now.
Suits, no ties. That's classy. I like that.
Yeah.
So, but I got an idea for you guys. On location at the DMV. That's socialism at work. Right there.
It is.
Go check that out.
They just need more money.
Go try to get anything done there. Right. That's an example of what we're going to be living with, and that's all we need to see. So,
absolutely.
Guys, we appreciate you stopping by. Let's get on each other's shows.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'd love to. You guys are cool.
We can't
we'll
travel.
Have you back on too.
We can't travel like you guys can. But if you guys want to, stop by sometime.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If we're here, and if not, we'll do it on the phone. We can do that too.
Yeah, call
absolutely.
Yeah.
We got the Rode Procaster Pro.
Yeah, we can take this baby anywhere.
From Sweetwater Music.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, could I have one of your diabetic candies?
Can you have one of the what? What's he asking for?
They're sugar-free.
Diabetic. Oh, absolutely sugar-free, man.
With it,
absolutely.
I'm going to need you to register first. Yeah. I'm going to need a note from your doctor saying you can have sugar. All right.
That must mean I'm on.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.